These cute plants are called bonsai, which means a tree in a pot, but somehow Japanese refer them as an art due to the way they grow that look like a sculpture. And for some types of bonsai, it is believed to bring fortune and luck. Apparently, there's over 80,000 music boxes now. Look at this airplane one, isn't it adorable? This is the famous Otaru steam clock. The clock is gifted from Vancouver. It is run by steam and chimes every 15 minutes. There's only 4 steam clocks left in the world, one of them being in Japan. And it may sound familiar because it plays the same melody as the chimes of Westminster Abbey in London. Sake is a complicated multi-step process that takes weeks to finish. And depending on the type of the rice, it will produce different flavors at the end. Also, if the rice are less polished, the more neutral and versatile the flavor it produces. If there's no neutral alcohol added, it's called junmai, which translates to pure rice sake. Otaru is also known for the beautiful glass crafts. Look at how detailed and tiny these frogs are. Then we stopped by for an afternoon tea. I got the fromage apple pie, which had the perfect balance of creaminess and the taste of warm apples. This restaurant is inside a famous spot called the Ramen Alley, where an alley is filled with ramen shops. Hokkaido is not only famous for its seafood, but also for the miso ramen. Here we are ordering a bowl of ramen along with crab meat, scallop, and so many other delicious goods
But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson, 'cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever.
They sell multiple lavender-themed souvenirs. One of them is perfume. This is such a fun and creative way to apply the scent to a fragrant card. There is also a little section where they show the process of making it. Look at the amazing view from the observatory. It's breathtaking.
We won't need nothing else for the rest of our time.
Although Farm Tomita is most famous for its lavender, it also had lots of other kinds of flowers too.
'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah. Glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
Headed over to the Nijo Fish Market located in Sapporo. The restaurant that we went is tucked away in this tiny alley, and luckily I get to arrive earlier before the line hits this much. A trip to Hokkaido won't be complete without trying their kaisendon. Basically, in English, it's called a sashimi bowl. After lunch, we head to the famous Shiroi Kobito Park. In the factory tour, we can see how the workers produce the pastries in action. And by the early afternoon, they already made 200,000 cookies in a day. Right here, we can also decorate on a heart-shaped cookie, which can become a souvenir for ourselves or to our loved ones. Well, I decided to keep it for myself and eat it later. To wrap it up, the Hokkaido milk soft served ice cream is a must before leaving that area.
Kyoto.
I signed up for the Goshincho making, which is a book that can be used to collect stamps from temples. Stamp has its own name called goshin, normally few red stamps and handwritten by monks inside the temple, which can serve as a proof that you visited or made a pilgrimage to a specific temple or shrine. For dinner, we stopped by at this yuzu hot pot restaurant. Usually not the biggest fan of yuzu and savory foods, but the yuzu dumplings were amazing. Within the Nanzenji temple, there is a Zen garden called the Tenjua. It's such a beautiful hidden gem in Kyoto. This is my first goshin, which I got in Ryozen Kannon Temple. After the monk finishes writing, they will put a piece of paper so that the ink won't go through the other page. After that, we visit one of my favorite coffee shops in Kyoto. The iced coffee was dripped drop by drop for 8 hours, enjoying the rich taste the coffee beans offer. Uji is a little town outside of Kyoto and is the place where matcha was born. There were barely any tourists and basically feeling like a local. This is a traditional Japanese dessert that cannot be missed. Pure matcha ice cream with sweet red beans to neutralize the bitterness. Of course, with the additional bitterness of the matcha too.
I was never the one to give it the ghost. No, I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanting to give it cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're
And it's finally the day to go home. But first, bento on train is a must before leaving Japan.
Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.